In chapter 1, I said the first drift isn't always between you and another person. Sometimes it's between you and yourself. And to understand how that happened to me, we have to go back, not far, just far enough to find the moment that quietly shaped everything after. I was 9 years old enough to notice things, too young to understand their weight. We were in a classroom that smelled like chalk and old books. My teacher, the kind of woman whose voice sounded like she'd already lived several lifetimes, leaned over my desk after I stumbled through a reading assignment. She didn't yell, she didn't glare, she simply sighed and said, just loud enough for me to hear, "Some kids just aren't naturally good at this." That was it, one sentence, barely more than a breath. But for a child who already tried so hard, those words didn't feel like a comment about reading. They felt like a comment about me. I nodded like I understood, like I agreed, but inside something small and important cracked. I didn't cry. I didn't complain. I just shifted. From that day on, I didn't try to shine. I tried not to disappoint. I tried not to cause trouble. I tried not to make mistakes. I didn't want to be the kid who wasn't naturally good at things. Looking back, that day was the beginning of the greatest drift of my life, the drift from my own confidence, from my own worth, from the belief that maybe I was allowed to take up space. It followed me into friendships, into relationships, into years of apologizing for things I didn't do wrong. All because of one sentence, spoken in an ordinary moment by someone who probably forgot it 5 minutes later, but I didn't forget. I carried it for decades. And that's why, in the next chapter, we have to follow that belief into adulthood to see how it echoed through the choices I made, the dreams I didn't chase, and the person I slowly learned to become. Hello, this is the Kristy Ella story, Chapter 3, The Echo Years, coming soon.